All right, welcome back. Game number 2 here in the losers match. It's a best of 3 TVP. Spotting the top left corner of the map, leading the series 1-0 in the EIZO Holiday Brawl. It's the Blue Terran Gumiho.
In the bottom right, it's Oz, the red Protoss. It's Rain.
Man, that was so cool to watch. We were talking a big game up for his bio. I really didn't expect Mech out of Gumiho. I know he's done it before in the past. We've seen him do it in the past. But I think the one thing that blew me away was that SCV pull. I have never, in the time casting StarCraft 2, oh, this is ballsy, seen an Immortal shoot a tank and not kill it, basically. That SCV repair was insane.
Yeah. I really thought the Immortal wasn't shooting at it. That seems to be the case. That it was just out repaired. So that is pretty sick. You know, Rain had a really long time while I get this proxy set up to like determine how he's going to combat it, and then I feel like he missed out on the one opportunity to really help, which was actually meet it halfway. You know, he was with the Blink Stalkers, but he left the Immortals at home. So you know, maybe if he had forced a couple more siege ups, it would have been easier instead of just letting him at his front doorstep. But that game's gone and done, and now Rain is going to be proxying just a single gateway.
Yeah, so this is probably Stalkers. I want to say you really don't proxy Zealots versus Terran most of the time, but the gas doesn't come down, so I'm curious on this.
It's going to be Zealot first, obviously. But
yeah, and there we go. So the reason you do it in this order, I suppose, is okay. You're basically dedicating was possibly 250 minerals across the map. That's your risk for doing a lot of damage with whatever comes out of this. A Zealot and a Stalker poke alone has been classically game-ending for Protoss players back in the days of Wings of Liberty. But if Gumiho opens with a Reaper first, to be able to deal with that Zealot quite comfortably, but not so much with a Marine.
yeah. Oh, and the Stalker pops out, that's when things really get tricky. He's actually doing a one-base build. You know, going up to that factory, he's going to go for a Widowmine drop. Gumiho actually almost like a partying in the finals of our tournaments, doing basically this build. That's the only build he would win on. But this SCV does scout this. That's nice to have just a little bit of advanced warning. The Marine, you know, pulling SCVs, the Marine kiting around until he can get more Marines, basically. Maybe like a Widowmine or a Hellion if he's allowed to get the factory up. Yeah, that's actually a good micro. Like, nothing's died so far.
Yeah, even the SCVs being pulled behind this, a couple of pokes help a lot. Second Zealot tries to come in, but a wall of SCVs blocks this out. Now the Marines are kiting it. This reminds you of like that StarCraft 2 Master Simulator where you're like, well, here's 2 Marines, you gotta beat the Zealot with it. So you have to, it like teaches you to kite. Big surround on the SCVs, loses 1 SCV for the cost of 2 Zealots. A little bit of lost mining time, but now the Hellion's on the way, and quite frankly, this Stalker is not gonna get anything done.
Yeah, I really feel like the pressure is already done. It is only one gateway, and he didn't put like his tech over here like maybe you would in a PvP, so you can rack her out of it. But obviously, it's a best situation. And in fact, he's even bothered getting a second Stalker from it.
Hellion trying to squeeze by, knowing that there's nothing at home but probes. One Hellion has got a lot of kill potential.
Oh, this is just turkey. Woo! Thought it was gonna go up to 400 minerals for sure.
This is actually really, really dangerous. Even borderline going for a full wall off. A smart move out of range, because if this Hellion slips by, there's nothing he can do about it. That Stalker is so far away. It will finally come home and clean this up, and this will also deny scouting on that Stargate.
Yeah, very true. Gumiho, though, I mean, his scout was that there wasn't a nexus, you know? So there's got to be something in that base. Gateways, tech, something. And he might scan, he might just wait to break down the wall.
If this,
or the stock at this point.
If this was Yoda, we would have seen a scan already, 100% guaranteed.
Right? Yeah, Yoda the scanner. So this Oracle, the thing is, he had to be Widowmines behind this. He was going to go for Widowmine drop at first, intent, like that was his intent anyways. So he just hides it just in case, and I love that move. Like, you know something's up there. You gotta, and Oracle is not a bad guess.
What I kind of like more so is, if that Oracle comes across the map, this drop, it's going to do monumental damage to him. That Mothership Core came out so late, it might not actually have the energy for the overcharge as the drop comes.
I wonder, this Phoenix might be in response, you know, because obviously you got the Scout on Gumiho's base. I mean, the Zealot was up in there, so the Phoenix can lift the Widowmine, so as long as you catch it before it burrows, you don't technically eat.
It's a Hellion, not a Widowmine for this.
Oh, he's in for Widowmine at all? Oh, okay.
I see the Oracle's going to see this, but does it turn around? I mean, he needs... I kind of feel if he doesn't have that Oracle at home, he's in trouble.
Yeah. Well, he does have a home. All right.
All right.
And plus, yeah, the Phoenix is actually, you know, it scares away the medevac too.
Yeah, this could have been a little bit worse. You can always waddle those Widowmines across the map, but for his sake, Gumiho's going to be a little bit paranoid at home. Get an engineering bay up a little bit later means the turret's not going to quite be here to cover his butt. But at the same time, if Rain's moved across the map with Oracles and Phoenixes, it's it's hunting season for this Hellion.
Yeah. Well, you know, there is a cannon now. And a Stalker. It really shouldn't be that much damage. There you go.
Picks up, and no man left behind. Picks up that last Marine. Sadly, the Hellion did not escape. Rest in pieces, brother.
But the Phoenixes and the Oracle didn't do any damage. Oh, well, they're doing damage now. Taking on the medevac's a pretty big deal. We'll be able to take down the Marines. Yeah? Yeah, with the Oracle especially.
Phoenixes have a surprisingly large amount of health. Watching this Marines not even be able to kill one of them. Yikes. Back at home, though, Gumiho does have turrets up. He does have Widowmines and, of course, Marines available. So this Oracle had the potential to be scary. I don't think so much anymore.
He has 3 Widowmines. You tell me none of them are going to hit it?
Yeah, apparently. Although this one might catch you as it jukes northwards. It depends on how it goes.
Yeah. Well, it looks like Rain, you know, that might have been a response. It might have been like, you know, just like for the medevacs or the Widowmine or whatever. But he's going to be going into Phoenixes. This one's going to die.
A shot on the Widowmine. He takes out one of the Phoenix.
Yep.
Not a lot of errant SCVs. The medevac's probably going to have to boost as soon as it spawns. Could be a bit of a problem, but... yeah, the Marines don't have stim yet. If they did, they could certainly chase these around, but... another Widowmine shot comes out of what appears to be nowhere. Nice positioning out of Gumiho.
He was going up to 5 Phoenixes, which is a pretty like good standard number to start off with, and now he's down to 3, and he has stopped Phoenix production, so I guess they're only going to be used for drop defense for now. Still going to go up to Colossus, but only after what seems to be a blink.
Well, I like this killing the gateway. Had no purpose, but... you know, OCD, get out of here.
Scouting, obviously.
Yes, scouting to see that army move.
Static.
5 feet in front of it. Actually, how sick would that be if there was like a situation in StarCraft 2 where someone actually used that to like fake an army movement? You're like, all right, I'm moving all the way to the right, picks up and goes to the left or something.
They plant a gateway.
I think it'd be cool. Phoenix is being such a nuisance. Picking off a Marauder, picking off an SCV and a Marine as well. Not devastating damage, but this does cut away from the reinforcements a bit.
Oh, he's actually going to be charged first. So not Colossus at all? I mean, he didn't get a Robo, but...
it's risky. I think if you get enough Phoenixes, it can be worth it. But that's a big if. I mean, Zealots are going to shred Marines. There's no question about that. It's if they can connect.
Very good control in those force fields.
Oh, where'd that Widowmine go? Oh,
yeah, there were Widowmines in the main. That's where the probes are being pulled.
Yeah,
I was like, whoa, he's really desperate pulling the probes into this.
Didn't even catch those get dropped because #1 observer right here. But he's going to start elevating up to the main. Lots of energy being used to just take out 2 Widowmines, which, I mean, necessary, of course, but making it a little bit harder to deal with what is possibly this drop. Stim is available, don't forget, but he's got to be so careful. He's got to be so careful about this. Medevac gets so low so quickly, and sadly, looks like this attack is not getting a lot done.
Behind this, Gumiho's like about to finish a 3rd base, so that is really nice. I'm really wondering what Rain is going to do with this composition that he's choosing, though. I mean, not going up to a Templar Archives quite yet. Charge Phoenix? I've not really heard of that composition. Maybe once, a long time ago.
I mean, this is certainly an odd composition. It's going to make it a little bit more fleshed out, a little bit more well-rounded if he gets, of course, Storm involved. But we're going to see, to explain the dynamic of the matchup, this used to be, maybe not the Phoenixes, but Charge Lot Storm. Right. I mean, this was standard for months in this matchup. Widowmines kind of changed that. Terran players realized how good they are at killing Zealots. And, I mean, it's not like that's changed much for now. It's just Gumiho's going to have to recognize that he either needs EMPs or lots of Widowmines. Maybe not both, but at least one or the other.
He is getting Widowmine still. I mean, he has a reactor on that factory, so whether this is because he noticed that there's a lot of Zealots time.
I can't help but figure the Widowmine's more for killing the Phoenixes right now, though. I mean, it's going to serve dual purposes, of course, but it's so hard to chase Phoenix down with Marines. They've just got enough health to run away. The shields being 60, they regenerate fairly quickly.
Plus, honestly, even against like Blinkstalker Colossus, Widowmine sometimes get those really great shots. So he might stop now, but once he realizes it's Charger Archon, he'll probably like continue, like put that factory right back down to that reactor.
I didn't realize you could revelation debris. That's kind of cool, I guess. See what the rocks see.
It's actually kind of useful. Those are morbid on rocks, you know, quite commonly. It's the Oracle. Oh, that hit that.
Yeah, the Oracle did die off on the right there. We do have a Winnemine also burned up, denying the third base. So I kind of like this move a lot, but maybe not for Storms. For Archon, Stretch out Archon, not really something we've seen versus Terran in a long time. A lot more common versus Zerg, of course, but not at all less effective. I mean, it's going to be really hard to deal with these Archons. Gumiho doesn't have a lot of upgrades. He's not a +2 weapon upgrades. He's not got the most power in this army. He can't retreat with Medivacs like he normally would. There's too many Phoenix.
Yeah, this is already dangerous enough.
I like the focus fire. I really like that focus fire to Gumiho, though.
Yeah, it was nice. Okay, so he's able to get out of there, which is the most important thing. Like, those rocks break down, and I really feel like that army just demolishes Gumihos until he can meet up with his, reinforcements that are coming across the map right now. Did he see those? He must have scanned and seen the Archons, right?
I don't know if he actually saw the Archons yet, to be honest.
He might have seen the amount of charge lots at the very least. So, still getting Widow Mines is going to be so useful.
Yeah.
There's actually no observer. He didn't get a robo until recently.
There is an observer, but yeah. Oh, it's picked up
not
with the
anymore.
splash damage. Widowmine's just going to walk through the front lines, and of course, if nothing else, all they got to do is splash the shields off the Zealots to truly be effective. This is a lot of power for Gumiho. 105 supply versus 52 when it comes to the army value. And of course, these Widowmines are adding a lot of extra splash to this fight. Unburrows and moves them to the front line. Good game's going to be called, and Gumiho's going to knock Rain out of the tournament. What? 2-0 in the losers match.
Didn't expect that. Rain going out last.
Yeah, that has got to be that's like a count. That's the exact opposite of, I think, what everybody called when they saw this group. But Gumiho will go on to the finals where he'll fight either Axiom's Heart or Impact. Fantastic play out of Gumiho. I must applaud it, though. It's not like Rain got cheesed out. Gumiho played really well, and sad to see Rain go. But guys, as I said, we're gonna take things down here for a moment. No, it's not quite the time we have to worry about resetting the router, but we're gonna go down. We're gonna be gone for about 5 minutes or so. So if you gotta go to the bathroom, make a snack, get some breakfast, whatever you gotta do it now, because we'll be gone for about 5 minutes-ish while I let my router reset, while I unplug it from the wall, and hopefully the power will surge something to make it stop reacting up or acting up every hour. I don't want to affect gameplay in the slightest, and I don't want to be in the middle of an hour-long game when all of a sudden the disconnect happens. So trying to make sure that I can't even guarantee this will fix it, but fingers are crossed. So guys, stick around. We'll be back in about 5-ish minutes with the next series, and we'll get videos and stuff started while I'm offline, or before we go offline. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in a bit for more of the EIZO Holiday Brawl.